And yeah, let's see. So the last one, okay, right. So the last one you had managed to connect into the elemental forces and were using that sort of light from Sakura. But now for this check, he's going to, now that you're kind of in that sage mode, um, your father is going to tell you to release it because successfully exiting sage mode is as crucial as entering it. You have to be able to end it without causing harm to yourself or others. Otherwise, you could be stuck in that mode forever.
I'll also, since I have the chance to do it, I'll pass a gift of Apex in order to give myself a +4 to my check for wisdom. Basically, channeling the nature itself. Trying to at least help myself as much as I can. Fuck.
So yeah, you'll also have advantage still from the Kirin and the Dragonfly sages. Let's see, DC 35.
Oh, thank God for it, man. Oh my God.
So what does it look like as this, as you just managed to drop out of?
It, at this point, Seth is like one of those like anime characters when they're going through guard and they're barely holding on and they don't even know what the hell if they're gonna make it. So he's just drenched in sweat and continuously fighting his own demons, whether he's good enough for this shit or not, whether he can do it or not. He's not really. Uh, he doesn't really understand can he do it or not.
And as you do manage to successfully release Sage Mode and return to your normal state, your your father will give an approving nod and say, "Well done, Seto. I was worried about that part, but rest up. The last stage is coming soon, and as soon as you have mastered this, I think it will be time to leave. We don't have much time to waste."
You can say that twice, even though the time has been slowed. I don't know how my teammates are doing down there.
And as you say that, and as you go to recuperate a little bit, we do go back down to the graveyard where Elias and Estrella, you guys have just emerged from the caverns underneath back into the graveyard where you see the other Scorpion clan samurai waiting. And uh, well, actually, I think he's got his back. Remember what I put down on the. Does it look like there's someone standing on the bridge?
I don't
Nope.
see anyone on the bridge.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm just loading back in. But Jerry, you will be arriving back at the graveyard at this point too, just sort of as they emerge main shrine, the biggest building here in the graveyard. Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I'm having a
Yeah.
bit of a connection. Okay, yeah, sorry. So, what are you guys doing as you arrive back in the graveyard?
Elias does not look so hot. He will have a seat just against the building. And see if he can have a little rest. Somehow don't think that's going to happen. Also, the game is paused.
Yeah, it's loading in.
Ah. But you said there was someone. Sorry?
I'm getting a weird error back into the game, but I will be in there. Yeah, I mean, can you see, like, is there on the bridge?
No.
No, not
not
on the
for
bridge.
me personally.
Okay.
Jerry is all the way
Okay, yeah,
on the
then
left
there's
side.
no on
though.
the. Yeah, Jerry, that's where you're kind of coming back into the graveyard from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you also haven't heard the layout of what is actually here. You would know that the in order to open the portal that you were looking to open, you would need the Blade of Souls, which is uh, one of the shrines, one of the graves, has got that blade, um, like as part of the grave. It was the samurai that was buried there. It's his sword on top of the grave. But when Estrella arrived here, and when you arrived here earlier as well, you would have noticed that there was a Lion Clan samurai grieving at those same graves. Seems like that's like his family, um, and he is standing there with a big stone lion next to him. That's kind of bottom right of the map.
Yep.
Oh, well, now that it'll be a safe time, I guess we better find the sword for you so you can run away.
Who were you saying that to?
I can't. I remember there was one of them that was like, "Want to use it for that purpose."
Yeah, are you saying that to one of the scorpions?
Yeah, the scorpions.
He says, yes, I think it's only fair. Though your friend here looks like they've seen better days. Do you think they'll be okay? Yeah, you can see Sakura is still unconscious at this point.
Medicine check?
I mean, you guys did last time look into it, and you could tell that her brain is still in her head, but it seems like something was draining, like something better on the head and was draining whatever's inside. So she just seems like she's on about 1 hit point and unconscious.
As long as she's stable.
She is better now
Will
than
we
before.
go- Is she?
Well, I think she will feel better about not having her brain being with tentacles.
Yes, but she's also almost dead. And we don't know what they've done to her already.
She's a strong one. She will survive.
Well, you're more of a doctor than I am.
I mean, as much as we can get her to that ghost lady. Think you agree on something with her?
Yes. She gave information in exchange for us saving her daughter, which we have now made good on that deal.
So, do you want to go over and see what information she has?
Could be a good idea.
I unpause it now. Jerry will run in. He's covered in blood and guts and whatever. Just breathing heavily. Sorry I'm late. He just lowers his head, breathing for a moment.
Yeah, just a little bit. Where have you been?
Held up. I've been held up.
Hmm. And do you know where June is?
I know she killed some of the Air Clan samurais. But that's about it.
You'll see a Scorpion Clan samurai take a step forward to you, Jerry, and give a bow as he says, "Ah, you must be Master Jerry. Lord Ekron has told us of your. Well, he told us to expect your arrival. He said you could help us find a way out of here."
Well, I have a way out of here, but told me to find a safer place to do it. I just assumed this will be a place closer to him since it's a graveyard.
Oh, well, what we heard was that we would need a blade from one of those shrines. Are you saying you can do it without?
Yes, I'm blessed, I guess. You can call that a blessing.
Yeah, the two of them look eager.
Well, we're going to hell, I believe, right? Unless you have other places to be.
The what now?
Whoa.
Hell, I need answers, and I'm getting them with or without you.
I'm gonna scoop the Elias and just ask him. He's joking, right? Hell, it's just
Jerry,
joking.
we are in the middle of the world ending. I
Yeah.
don't think we should rush to hell anytime soon.
Well, unless you know any safe place on this plane, or have any plan to stop this end.
Yeah. Trying to.
I'm listening.
Figuring it out.
That's what I thought.
Lord Ekron has told us that he has an army. If we can just get them here somehow, we were just told to find the mouse, and that he would guide us.
Well, as I said again, get us to him. I'm not entirely sure he's expecting me to move armies to this plane.
Well, what better to fight an army of demons than an army of devils? It's what if I understand correctly.
Well, he is ruling over them, so hopefully.
I always thought I'd go to hell, but I never thought I'd be there alive.
He can always kill you if you want. That's what I thought.
Can you revive me?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe don't do it anyway.
Didn't expect that answer, did you?
You know, for a mouse like you, actually I have.
Good. So unless anyone has any other business here, he'll pull out his Onikiri. I know what I'm saying.
Will we have to fight?
Not that I can think of. Shouldn't, at least. He said that doing it from back there when we woke up was more dangerous, but this is the closest place to him.
Alright, well, you've got two people very close to dying, and two more is not very well off, so I hope we don't have to fight anything.
I mean, we could just rest here for a moment, maybe? No?
The Dark Lord will provide us shelter.
Yeah, when you say that, that doesn't really sound really good, you know, Dark Lord, and stuff like that, and hell.
Why? Because it's hell.
Yeah.
Duh!
Or would you rather have souls run randomly, causing havoc? It
That's-
might be evil, but it is a necessary one to make sure the world functions in order.
I understand that, but it's still evil. That I don't really know if we could count on someone evil provide us with shelter, food, and rest, and not literally slaughter us.
He's aware of our capabilities. He's not
He's
being
aware of
placed
your
to kill us.
capabilities.
Oh, trust me, he's aware of your well, not your. He'll point to the other two in the back. There,
I was going to
capability.
say, did we mention that that's a random line?
Yeah, I
Sure
forgot.
does.
I took me. I saw the ending of your previous session, so I know Seto is playing an NPC. And I just now remembered.
He's just a regular fucking guard.
Just like the idea that he
It's
sounds the
shitless.
same. Jerry like turns around. Wait, who the fuck are you?
He's honored that the fucking Lord of Evil knows who he is. So,
Well, this is probably his domain, the graveyard. But anyway, I will use where is this? There we go. Finding on my character sheet. It has been a while. There we go. I will spend 30 chakra. And I wasn't entirely sure how I'm going to do this, but I just listened to Devil Trigger. So he is going to slash twice like an X in the air. And then grab like the point where the two X's meet with his hand and just rip them open. And there's just fire on the other side.
Yeah, you'll see just bony hands kind of helping tear it open from the other side. As that, you'll also hear the waves. It seems like on the other side, like you are opening this onto the deck of a ship, as you can see a bunch of creatures on the other side of this portal milling about.
Well, you coming? Or not?
Just we're
I
assuming that this
can
phase
bring
is
6
coming.
people with me. Yeah, me and up to other 6. Look at that, we're 6. Boy,
ahead,
on the
lead the way.
bridge. Yeah, okay, we'll just step through.
Okay. Is there anyone not joining Jerry as you step through this portal?
I'm already in hell. The real hell can't be worse. Stepping through.
they're bringing Sakura, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if they're bringing Sakura, Hataka would probably, because it's only 6, right? He would be the 7th one, so.
No, it's him, it's Jerry and other 6.
Oh, okay. Then he'd proceed, but like almost unwillingly. He'd be like scared shitless.
We're going to say that Sakura is willingly coming through the portal for this to work.
Okay, this music is.
It basically takes us 10 minutes. I'm not entirely sure what does it look like. We're just walking for 10 minutes.
Uh,
Or just fall, or just wait on a small ship and then arrive at the big ship.
Yeah, I mean, narratively, I think it takes 10 minutes to actually summon the portal, doesn't it? Oh no, you're expelled 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can tell me what do you guys do as you fall through this portal, and quite honestly, it's probably quite a trippy experience. Like you may be seeing, because you are making your way onto the river Styx again, and you know that it is not just the river of souls, but it is the river of time itself. So you are probably seeing your own deaths and births and like moments throughout your life as you pass through the realms into a Yomi that was long disconnected from Kiga. This is an uncomfortable thing for your soul to be experiencing. So, what is going through your minds as you make this transition?
Elias has exactly two things going through his mind. One being, wow, I'm actually going to hell. Literally going to hell.
And secondly,
Two.
spellcasters.
This is more.
And two, deja vu. Almost like I've been here before.
Fucking god. Like, is
He
this-
just looks at the water and says, "Those have been real short 8 years, or 7.5. My bad."
Estrella, are you back with us yet?
Oh shit! I just saw something here. Oh god! Oh
We'll
shit!
get to that
He's
in a
here
little
as
bit.
well.
No, I just.
So, hey, ignore that. I didn't put up walls because I. Okay, guys, I'm not putting up walls.
All
for
I'm
everyone
gonna
on the
say is, I just like the poop deck.
show. Well, I mean, I'm glad you've got some sense of naval humor. What you guys see as you arrive on the deck of the ship, um, not what is inside the ship just yet. You will see that there are a number of devils and skeletons, as well as a couple of geth that are walking on the deck with imps flying around in all different directions. You will see at the helm of the ship this gargantuan giant, like it looks like a skeleton, but you can see this is Sharon, the ferryman itself. Um, and I know it's Karen, but this is Sharon. This the had to be there. But you will see this massive, just creature of like death incarnate, sailing what seems to be quite an extravagant pirate ship, definitely hell themed everywhere you look. But the deck is bustling, and as you guys arrive, you only get some cursory glances. Most of them don't seem to pay too much attention.
I always thought this guy had a smaller ferry, like a rowboat.
Well, he is at war. Might need an upgrade.
Uh, I mean, is he directly at war? I thought he was just a ferryman.
You see the figure at the helm just like lower its head towards you slowly as it says, "I am the ferryman, child. And you're right. This vessel is too gaudy for my liking. But the captain has different tastes."
Where is the captain? Who were
"In his quarters."
Oh.
And it gestures down below it where you can see a set of double doors that probably lead into a small room, but you can see this eerie glow coming from the inside of it. Definitely seems like there is a powerful aura coming from within.
After you.
talking about
Lies.
the one next to the wheel or the one at the other side? Yeah.
She gestures right below her, right next to the wheel. There's a staircase there that will lead
Yep.
you into his quarters. But yeah, as Jerry kind of walks past, she starts putting a hand over, and almost as if to block anyone else from joining after him. But she just says, Anyone else who would not wish to disturb the captain may retire in the quarters below. And gestures to the staircase behind you. She doesn't seem to be obviously stopping you, but just kind of suggesting, don't piss off the captain. And it is up to you which way you go.
Hato's just gonna fuck off and go to the top one. He's scared shitless of this thing.
Elias is just too curious. He's just gonna literally shadow Jerry.
The scorpion kind of look at each other, and Tozen says, "We will meet with him once you are done. Thank you for getting us here. We owe you one." And they give you a bow, and also quite sheepishly, like, try and find a safe spot. We'll follow after.
Just throw Sakura on the date like that. Hajiro? Okay.
Sorry, say again. Who are you addressing?
The Lime Clan guy, Uchiseto? Hajiro? Yeah, Hajiro. Just left Sakura on the floor right there.
I don't think he would be holding her. I think that the fucking
I'm
You
almost
go.
dead.
Well, she's coming with us.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well, right? So probably gonna take her with him. Made sense.
Not sure why, but okay. Jerry will approach the door and knock on it.
You will kind of feel that as you knock on it, the door will just creak open, and just slowly there will be this greenish sort of mist that rolls out of the room, and you'll see this figure sitting at a desk in front of you. You can see a long, like, infernal quill in his hand, and a captain's log sitting spread out in front of him. You see the glint of a monocle as it looks up at you, and you see the skeletal face of Archduke Ekron sitting at his desk. And as the smoke clears, you see that skeletal look looks almost like a smile as he lifts a hand and he says, "Oh, good. What took you so long?"
Well, everything is kind of infested with creatures of the abyss.
"Yes, I have noticed. It's been working out surprisingly well for us, actually. Half the demons that have been attacking the Hells for millennia have started flooding towards Kiga instead. This could be a prime opportunity for us. Not sure if you met any of the Gith outside, but after Lady Tiamat's fall, we have amassed some new allies. And if you are able to bring us back into the world, create an opening for us as you've just managed to do once, we could lead a whole army, and once we're done with Cthulhu, move on to Lorifax as well. End this all for good."
And how do I do that exactly? You gave me the weapon to open the gate here, or well, wherever I want to. But it's fairly limited.
Yes. The problem is that Lorifax has cut off the river Styx and created her own branch. The only way to get in is to get the heavens of your world to let us in. Of course, they tend to be reluctant to devils, just because of the name, if anything. But I think your friend there, and kind of looks behind at the unconscious Sakura, may have some sway, at least at some point. Do you think they'd be able to broker a temporary peace? At least let us help them with their plight.
Keep saying she's the future to be emperor, so hopefully there's some weight to her words.
There is a slight problem to that. I have here some sensitive information, but he slides a book forward, and Elias, peeking over Jerry's shoulder, you can see that this looks like a very important log that he has in front of him. You can tell that from all of your years of researching and all the things that you have done. If you notice that book, it would be like seeing the Holy Grail, or the unholy Grail in this case, as you has got a book of souls. This has got the names and of every life, every soul that will die and is supposed to go to the hells, and how they will die. And he is sliding this towards Jerry and just tapping a bony finger on a certain name.
Can I see what it says?
Yeah.
I do
Yes.
have the scribe's lenses.
He's clearly tapping on the name Sakura, and he drags his finger across, and you see it says made emperor by self-sacrifice.
Huh.
She wouldn't happen to have just committed seppuku or something, would she? Not looking too healthy, but still alive.
She was almost taken by a creature of the abyss. Almost.
Ah, that would explain this. And he turns a page, and you just see Sakura written like 20 different times, and death by mind flare, death by Cthulhu, death by. Her fate was to get killed by these things, and a lot of them are crossed out.
Well, she does manipulate time. Maybe it's every time she's reading here is a different, I don't know, path, different timeline she tried to fix and died. Not entirely sure this is the correct one where we win. This is the last thing I want to do is understand this subject.
Someone has been messing with the rivers of late, but that is no concern anyway. I'm sure you have all had quite the day. You're welcome to rest here on the ship. We should be able to get you back as though not much time has happened. Assuming we can get back, you have stepped out of the realms that Lorifax would usually allow, and we don't want to alert her getting back in. And I'm not sure how you're going to defeat Cthulhu without an army of dragons and Gith. Devils.
Can I?
No. See, even he's hesitant to lead another army of devils into Arania. But yeah, what are you doing, United?
Just want to insight check when he mentioned someone was messing with the sticks. Just see if he's hiding anything, like he knows.
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
28.
So you can see he definitely knows probably most things that go on the River Styx, but from what you've also experienced and what you know from Sakura and them is that the River Styx is kind of the world tree of like the universe. It goes on forever and ever, and he's probably he's probably aware that there have been disturbances that are not meant to be there. But you can see for the 28th, you can tell that he's probably more concerned about Lorifax's interference, as he will ask. She wasn't splitting the rivers for Lorifax by any chance. I heard Lorifax looked for chronomancers a long time ago to try something similar, but it never worked too well.
I know of, unless in the span of, I don't know, 8 hours, wasn't with the rest of this group. They did something like that.
Yeah, I think all of you, without an inside check, know that Sakura Lorifax's side was pretty rare likelihood. Ikon will also look now over your shoulder and as he says, "Oh, I wasn't sure if your whole group was still together. A pity the Tabaxi's not with you, but I think there's something, or someone rather, that might be interested to see you downstairs. An old friend, I understand." And he seems to be talking to like Estrella and Jerry at this point. Like he's seems to be addressing both of you, but
Well, unless we have nothing else to discuss. If you have a way to get us back out there with the army, I believe most of this party could use rest.
yes, get your rest and speak with Archon. He should be on the ship somewhere. He will be in charge of opening the portal. He made it back here from the destroyed moon, and I think he may have a way in. But we won't waste too much time, so get your rest. Let the imps know if there's anything you need. And perhaps we'll speak again later.
Very well.
You'll see him extend a hand out to the side, and this ghostly sort of flame will create a scythe in his hand as he just lightly taps it onto the deck of the ship, and you will feel the whole ship lurch underneath your feet as those of you standing outside, you see the sails suddenly fill with this like ghostly wind as you hear screams over over the the ship starts moving, and you see a couple of the skeletons kind of falling over as they try and go about their duties, are now moving at a decent pace up the River Styx.
Elias
We will
will
head towards the Heaven's Gate. Oh, sorry, carry on.
I was just gonna say, like, the scene's all over. Elias is gonna turn to Australia and just say, "I'm going to get," and walks away.
So yeah, just as you are leaving, Akron says that we'll sail towards the only bridging point, and if we can convince the heavens, we should be good to go. But yeah, he kind of lets you head off to take a bit of a rest after that. And you will see, Elias, as you're walking out, you'll see the Dragonborn and the Gith at the front of the ship are the people he was kind of pointing to when he said speak to Archon. But other than that, there is a ship to explore if you would like. What do you guys? What would you like to do?
I'll go to Arkan and speak with him.
As you make your way up to the forecastle, Jerry, you'll see that the Gith turn to look at you, and he also he seems to recognize you, and you see a smile across his face. He says, "Could it be in a place like this? Is that Jerry?" And he will recognize one of the Gith from which took down the mind flayers before.
Yeah, it's me. Good to see you made it back in one piece.
So, are you the one they've been talking about that's going to give us a final shot at all these eldritch horrors?
Well, yeah, I believe I am one less battle to end them all.
Well, I look forward to fighting at your side. And you'll see Archon kind of looking you up and down. Have you guys met Archon in this campaign? I can't actually remember.
I think I like saw him in the visions, but I don't think it's an introduction.
Yeah, so if he'll kind of see you speaking to Jezza, and Jezza will say, "Ah, this is our glorious leader in this battle." I'm not sure what your actual title is, but Archon the Cruel, they call him, favored devotee of Tiamat. Is that it? And he will extend a hand and say, "Precisely." And you'll see the hand that he extends it looks almost rotten, but you can also sense a powerful magic coming from it.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand and say, "Yes, I am Jerry. Apparently, our way out of here."
He'll So yes, come have a look, and you'll see they've got kind of a bench here that's up against the mast. And you'll see that he's got some cosmological maps that show the different planes, and he seems to be plotting a possible route using one of Cthulhu's own portals that has been pulling in the demons. He will. There's you can see he's either got a plan to try and sneak in through one of Cthulhu's portals, or the other option is to go in through the heavens. But you'll notice something interesting here. You can give me a religion check actually, as you see the maps that he has here, because they would be different from the maps you've come across before.
Yeah, that checks out. At some point.
This maps don't make much sense at all. That they seem completely wrong. In fact, like that's not how heaven works. But whatever. This guy seems to be pretty confident in what he's talking about. But yeah, not high hopes for his plan. I would not think. But yeah, he basically explains that you can either go in through the portal or in through heaven. It is your home world. And you managed to get here all right. Any ideas on any secret tunnels you may know of between the planes?
DM, I don't remember where we found it, but there was like I think some sort of glow or something. Maybe it was in the. I don't remember where. When we activated it, we saw a lot of like dots, golden dots that Lorifex uses to travel. Might be
Wow,
very old.
that's a callback. Yeah, I do.
I don't think we recalled anything from it.
Yeah, but you would have. I don't have all my old notes anymore, so I can't check that far back. But yeah, you would have seen a map of, and having traveled the River Styx before, like through time, you've seen a few maps of the Styx and of the the secret sort of branches of the Styx, but you would know that they probably know about the ones that are actually on the river. But having seen Lorifax's weak points, you can give me a history check with advantage to see if you are able to identify that actually that may overlay the maps that he has got laid out here.
That's much better. 17.
Okay, yeah. So the maps don't make any sense like that. That doesn't. That's not the cosmological wheel of Kiga as you have always learned it. But it does look like it's kind of like you could overlay constellations over it, and those are the same kinds of constellations that you saw on that orb. So yeah, with that, you are able to identify a pathway that he doesn't seem to have seen.
Yeah, just move like maps on top of each other, like turn them around a bit, and when they all just on top of each other on one point, and just say, "Here." It's probably a hidden path, but I think we should at least try the heavens first. I think much easier fight with both ends of life on this than only the bottom one.
You hear Jezza start like just cheering as he starts jumping about. And he's like, "We've got it! We got it! Oh my god, all we needed was fresh eyes. He's he's overjoyed, as Archon looks a bit embarrassed, but he you see him thinking for a moment. He goes, "Yes, I think that would work. We could bypass the dragons if we just used our own. Thank you, my friend. I think this could work brilliantly." And he starts making notes, and um, you see kind of preparing navigational uh, commands to share with Karen.
Yeah, I still think that we should try the heavens. But if that doesn't work, we have
Sorry, I missed that. So you were saying to like ally with.
yeah.
Oh well, that I think part of the problem with that is Lorifax will be onto us immediately if we go to the heavens. He's got her fingers wrapped up in all of them.
It's either a chance for a bigger army, but notify Lorifex, or a smaller army, and no need to deal with Lorifex and their shenanigans.
Oh, don't you worry. We've got an army. And he's going to. You'll see. He kind of waves a hand, and you'll see the fog that was over the waters start to clear, and you will now notice that you are just the lead ship of an entire fleet, and it is not just a fleet of like bone ships, but you will see these red dragons just flying alongside the ships, just staying low. It seems like there is a magical fog up to like conceal these ships. Seems like you've got a massive army sort of from the Blood War that um, is sailing along here.
Well, then let's sneak in then.
All right, using the beast's portals against it.
Yeah, well, entirely. If we're using its portal, it must know that we are coming, but might not have enough time to react. From what I'm seeing, it is. If we're going for a surprise attack and a quick one, this is our fastest option. Hopefully,
What we
safest
understand,
one as well.
Cthulhu is not a beast that can really be surprised. It's more something that we may need to overwhelm. But all the other creatures that are infesting the lands, those may need to be dealt with. Of course, the devils will do their thing once they are deployed, but if we can defeat the demons, then we will have gained a leg up in the Blood War, which the Archduke will greatly appreciate, I am sure.
One step at a time. Maybe we should make sure there is a blood war to win it.
Indeed. Why don't you get some rest? We can take care of things from here. We'll let you know once we are getting close.
Very well. Pleasure meeting you too. seeing you again. And we will head downstairs.
And Estrella and Elias, are you and Hajira, are you guys also heading downstairs, or are you doing something here on the deck?
I would be on way before.
Wallace will take his time going to his room. He'll have a look around to see what's on the ship, see how much it differs from a normal ship.
Yeah, I mean, this would be very different kinds of ships that you're used to, but this is kind of a pretty classic, like, pirate ship. This is like a, what do they call it? A man of war.
Like a 3-sail warship.
Yeah, like a bit. You can see actually in
big
the
one.
top right, there's a picture of it. Ship of
Alright.
the Line. That's it. Well,
I think the biggest ones they made at the time. Firepower wise.
Yeah, other than that, Elias is just gonna have a short rest.
Okay, but are you staying on the deck there, or are you going? Because they have told you that there are rooms downstairs.
Oh no, I'm getting a room.
So yeah, as the two of you walk in here, you can see there's already some people in here that they seem to be like having a discussion, just having a drink, and they seem to be sort of mid discussion. They all go quiet as you walk in. But Elias and Hatago, you don't recognize anything.
Yeah, Elias is gonna find a door, open it. Hope it's unoccupied.
Yeah, you see it. They don't look like the most comfortable quarters, but it'll do. When you walk in, you will see as everything goes quiet, you'll see everyone turn and look at you, and you will see a very familiar face as is wide and you see the face of Kit. I mean, quite obviously, just staring up at you in shock as she kind of is just frozen there for a second, trying to say your name, but is like almost unable to speak.
So the strings of fate connects.
Does this mean that you're? No, they said that they would protect you. You can't be dead.
Unbeknownst to life, to death, no life. Even though I walk in the realm of death, I am not of the death. I am of the living.
She's just going to jump up and embrace you in a hug as you see her just start falling. She just starts crying into your shoulder as, yeah, you can see she's not making much sense, but she seems overjoyed to see you. And the other two guys that are sitting here are just kind of looking up kind of awkwardly. And there's a hellhound sniffing at your waist. But other than that, yeah, how are you reacting?
So that is why it is known as hell. Because leaving it is harder than entering it.
You can say that again. Ian and I have been working for Ekron. We've been trying to create correspondence with the heavens. I was hoping that I would get back to see you, but my little elephant friend, she's really cool. She keeps giving me some how you're doing, and I'm glad that you're still alive. But what are you doing here, of all places?
Trying to do what I seem to be doing a lot recently. Trying to fix others' mess.
Oh, right. We heard an invasion on Nishizawa, huh? Daichi must be thrilled. And then you see her suddenly, like, it's like she just remembers all of a sudden, and she looks at you again in shock. As she kind of goes silent there for a second. Hataga, as this is all happening, are you doing anything there in the room, or are you just looking for? Are you trying to avoid? Or muted, maybe it's that one. Okay, yeah. So Hataga's looking around. Okay. Yeah, she looks at you, kind of fearful for a moment. This Australia, she says, "Oh, I guess there's someone I should introduce you to."
I'll look around.
She kind of,
And who would that be? I see no familiar faces here.
you see, she turns around and she bows to the creature who you can't quite tell looks kind of like an oni almost, but green skinned, looks like a giant goblin. And you can see that he is, as he's sitting there, you see him kind of stretching his neck, and you see that his entire head, almost like nearly headless Nick, kind of it like it detaches from his collar, but he just fixes it so that it looks like it's uncomfortable, but like his head isn't fully attached. And she bows to him and says, "Your Majesty, I would like to introduce you to Estrella Karasu. Estrella, this is King Guk of Nyx. And she just kind of looks at you hopefully, like you might recognize just his name, and she doesn't have to explain who this is.
So that's why I never found you in the realm of the living. You were dead the entire time. That makes sense, though. You being dead, I don't think that would be good for Nyx. After all, without anyone to rule it, guess there would be struggles there.
Oh no, there's someone to rule it. My dear wife is, I'm sure, doing a fair job. I'm sorry, who are you again? Should I know you? I'm afraid I had a bit of a time. And you just see he's kind of adjusting his head, like he seems drunk, really.
I guess that being so traveled and getting around, they can know all of their family.
Family? You know, now that you mention it, you do look like someone I think I used to. Oh. And you just see the realization dawning on his face as well. But that's impossible. She wasn't even on this plane.
Apparently, many ways leads to Arania.
Huh. So you're one of mine. Oh, you must be the one that Lulu keeps talking about. I sent you a gift, didn't I? Does it work? And you see him kind of like pulling one of his eyelids down, like as he points to his own eye.
I'm not entirely sure which gift. There's been so many lately that it's hard to keep track of them all.
You see him looking offended, like, oh, who else has been? Don't tell me Zeus has been giving you gifts. If that's gone near one of my daughters, oh, and you see him clenching his fist.
I guess that you spent a lot of time trying to find that out.
Well, I suppose it's good that we're finally meeting. Sure, there's lots to catch up on, and he's going to just wave at the Gith who's been sitting there awkwardly looking back and forth between you, and he just gives a nod and will get up to sort of make room as he makes his way to the other side of the room. Just leans against the pillar. You will see in front of you what looks like it looks like a cauldron of red liquid, probably wine, but it's you see him kind of scooping a goblet up and offering it to you as, yeah, you, Kit, and your long lost father uh, sit down for the first time together on Ekron's bar. For the others that are resting, you guys can take a long rest here on the barge. But is anyone else doing anything as Estrella sits down with Yumiko and Guk to? I'm not sure what they're going to catch up on, but we'll give you a moment to think about that. What are the others doing?
Elias, well, is this during or already past?
Can be either. I mean,
Hmm. Yeah, Elias would have his long rest, and then he's actually going to go for a little wander around.
you will hear this music coming from somewhere in the ship.
Yeah.
Coming from the doors at the bottom.
Elias will just have a peer through.
Yeah, you'll see a bunch of devils sitting in a dining hall. You will see there are some plates of food in front of them. Some of them look like they are rotten, and others look they are fresh and delicious. But uh, they seem to be eating them like animals, as there's a git sitting playing on the keys behind them. As this organ is just blaring through the doors, you kind of peek.
Huh. Let's get away from the noise. Let's see what's downstairs.
You see, as you walk down, two skeletons busy digging graves in dirt that seems to be filling the bottom of this ship. And you see an imp, just slowly turn its head, its eyes kind of glowing in the darkness, as you can just hear the creaking and moaning of the ship now. It seems like in those sounds, you must hear the wails of the dead, as this is definitely not a cruise line.
Elias will hang around and see what they actually do with the dirt.
You see them um, dragging a body and burying it, and then next to you, you will see like the dirt begin to kind of move underneath, as it seems like something is moving underneath this grass and moss that is growing.
Ah, can I can I see if it's alive?
Yeah, as you peer in, you see it starting to kind of rise up towards you as well, and then from the dirt underneath, you will see a skeletal hand just burst from the earth, and typical zombie stuff, as a skeleton starts trying to pull itself up out of the dirt.
That's horrifying.
You see it kind of pull its face up out of the ground, and it just sees you. You just hear it through this grasp and like gasping breath. It's Mama.
Okay. Elias decided between walking away or just shooting it. Gonna walk away.
You see an imp come flying. No, not Mama, man. Get out of here, man. You're gonna ruin the next batch. And you see it kind of start stroking the skeleton's head. It's like, seems to be just trying to shush it.
What are you doing with them?
None of your business. Move along.
Fair enough. Dick.
You see it just scowling at you and like holding onto the skull as you walk away.
Elias will appear through this door.
Yeah, you can see a coffin on the other side. Peer through. It's closed.
Close the door and do the same with this one.
Yeah, that seems to open into a cargo hold. And you can see that there is a skeleton in there because he's moving crates around.
Elias will not necessarily try to hide, but won't make himself known and just have a look around.
Yeah, I'll say easily, we know your stealth scores. You can hide from a skeleton. It doesn't notice you as you just move in between the crates and boxes. It seems busy with its work. But you will hear rummaging coming through the other doors. Like you can hear growling sounds, and the smell is really starting to get to you as it smells like you're walking towards the store.
Are there any supplies here that's just out of the ordinary? Or is it just rope, water, alcohol, and food?
Yeah, you see a lot of like normal shipping supplies, but you'll also see a lot of like very strange infernal, like clearly things from hell. A lot of the stuff here does not look like something you even want to touch. But I'll kind of leave it up to your imagination. You can tell me what you find it.
I like to just think there's just like what is the ring called? The one in The Lord of the Rings.
The One Ring?
Yeah, the One Ring. Yeah, I imagine it looks just something like that. Just picks it up to look at it, catches fire immediately, and it drops it. And then seems
Yeah,
to
no,
be a
you,
lot of scorch marks on the floor, where that's happened many times before.
you also see like a half-covered painting that is kind of lift the cloth to see what the painting is of. All the figures in the painting all start rushing towards you and like try to push their faces out of it. It's sort of gingerly cover it back.
This place is fucking weird. Let's see what's behind this door.
Yeah, that. I mean, you see what you see on the map. I don't. And you see these creatures that you have actually fought before. You know that they drift across the river Styx. You just see them picking through piles of bones. These definitely inanimate, but it it looks like they're getting dropped from somewhere up above. You just see another like pile of bones drop onto the already growing pile from above.
And with that, Elias closes the door and walks away.
Smart decision, I'm sure. Meanwhile, above deck, Jerry, are you doing anything during that rest?
I just headed downstairs to the room.
So you might, if you're heading down there, you might actually recognize Guk. I think you've met him before.
I think I saw him when I traveled back.
You did.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't
Yes.
remember he was there. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been there in the War of Titans. He would have been there when the first Titans were created.
I guess you are killable.
It helps when you have your friends with death itself. I shouldn't be long till I'm back to fighting condition. Just gotta let the stitches set. It's been a long time, little mouse. You've been taking care of my daughter here.
She's the most sane one out of the group.
You see Yumiko's eyebrows raised, like, really? Holy shit.
Better get some rest. Probably see all of you on the battlefield at one point.
Good luck. See you out there. I think it's going to be a fun one. And you can see him. He looks much more eager than Yumiko does sitting next to him. She looks quite nervous, but Guk will turn his attention back to Estrella once you head off. Estrella, is there anything that in particular, I mean, what's sort of going through her head right now is the person she's been looking for is just, she just found him chilling here on a ship in hell. Is and he doesn't seem that shocked.
So I take you go back to your ways once you get back. I presume that is at least one of your goals or aspirations.
Sorry, I lagged out there for a second. Say again.
I said that. I think so. I presume you go back to your ways once you get back. That is one of your aspirations, I take.
I will go back to take care of the kingdom, but if you would care to join me, I wouldn't wouldn't say no. I'm sure everyone would love to meet you. We could go ride bikes sometime and through the Shadowlands, as your people like to call it. And he just gives a smile at Yumiko, who is not really saying anything. She seems, nervous.
Yeah, once things settle down, that would be nice. So, I wonder how long that will be.
Well, hopefully not too long. I heard that, well, I'm assuming that it's your group who's supposed to be getting us back in through the heavens.
And there's no ways to circumvent the Lorifex's, shall we say, spies, or ways of knowing.
Well, it's easy to know when you control everything up above. You haven't deals with the gods, have you? Those Kami are real menace.
I don't know. The gods doesn't seem to smile upon me. So yeah, not looking that way.
Well, kid, maybe you shouldn't trust the gods as much as do. The real friends are down here. Trust me. I know it seems backwards, but it's true.
And yet, I hear you once helped one of them.
One of the gods.
Maybe not one of the gods, but one of their servants.
I mean, I was good friends with Zeus for a couple of years, but he took his own. Why? Who are you referring to?
Well, Lulu tells me you once helped a friend of her.
Oh yes, that's how Ekron got this barge. She wasn't so bad, really. Also, and he sort of flexes. This is like, that's how I got a body like this. But that was a long time ago. In a different world. Hopefully, if we can get this army into Arania, maybe that old fight will finally be over. Well, we can finish it off at least. And he rubs at the scar on his neck. As you can see, he's still kind of sore about that. Yeah, we can say that you and Guff sit and talk throughout the night, but if there's anything else in particular that you, there will be plenty of chances as yeah, it seems like you are both moving in the same direction. But at this point, Elia making her way back upstairs to
Yes.
explore. Yeah, so you guys, if you haven't yet, you can take your long rest. As I mean, Australia, you don't need to sleep anyway, so I'd say sitting around here is enough to take a rest. You guys want to move Discord chat into actual roleplay? Because your characters are there.
Talking shit about Seto.
I just somehow don't think Elias would know about Jormungandr.
I mean, he might. He did live and work in a coastal town for a long time.
Maybe.
You've literally got the Leviathan within you. If anyone might have some notions of giant sea serpent.
Guys, I can't be sure. I just think there is a serpent almost as big as the world somewhere around here. But no, in the game, Elias would actually make his way to the top deck. Have a look.
And when you get to the top deck, you'll probably see Scorpion guys leaving Ekron's office after having spoken to him themselves.
What the big man say?
Well, he told us the plan. We should be getting in contact with the rest of the Scorpion clan once we get back and offering assistance to the gift.
Out of character, scorpions are the west, right on the wall. Or am I confusing them with
That's the
Other
crab
side.
clan.
No, that's the
that's the crab one?
yeah, that's the crab. The Scorpion are known to be like the villains of the
Yeah.
of Kiga. They like more from the north though.
Like the northeast on Bizier's border, right?
No, not that far up.
Oh.
Still in Kiga. They're one of the clans of Kiga, but they're more like shadowy. You've spent most of the campaign in the south of Kiga, so in the northern regions, I can't remember the name of the town, but they are from north.
Okay. Nice. So, when we get back, any idea how long that'll be?
They shrug. Your guess is as good as ours. I think it looks like they're stirring up again. Probably won't be long now. And yeah, I mean the landscape that you're sailing through now, you can see the edges of the river. You can see all kinds of strange creatures and, walking along the edge. Some of them more more developed than others. Some of them are just lemures that are it's like slime people that are essentially dragging themselves out of the river. It's not a good look.
So did we get what we came from? Can we fuck off from here, please?
Well, I think that's what we're waiting on.
This place gives me creeps, not gonna lie.
Well,
I know it's not better in Ishikawa, but Jesus Christ.
it is hell. I think. Something along those lines.
I'm gonna have to start going to the church, to the temple every week after this. I know for sure I'm not coming back in 20 years.
Does hell have oceans? Surely. Maybe oceans of fire?
Sounds like more like it.
You see an imp that's like playing with one of the crossbows. He goes, "Oh, you ever been to the Lake of Fire? Oh, I love the Lake of Fire. It's one of the best."
I wonder how common oceans are across the plains. Does every plane have an ocean? How many planes are there?
What's your fixation with oceans, dude? Have you never seen one?
No, I have been looking at one my entire fucking life. I think that's the bloody problem. Spent fucking ship. But I don't know.
See, the imp is sniffing you at this point.
Yeah, Elias is just kind of not. He does not mind. He is in his own world. Remember back in Kanasa, must have sailed on 100 different ships. Well, sailed. I must have stepped onto 100 different ships.
Ooh, I can tell. Your soul smells like seawater.
I'm not sure whether to be insulted or complimented. I'll come back to that probably next month. No, but it's just something about our ocean back in our normal world. All you need is a couple planks of wood and you can walk across it just like this. Fast even.
What do you mean by that?
Elias looks down at his feet at the deck of the ship, presumably wood, knocks on it with his foot to make a wood sound. Yeah, I'd say that's.
One scorpion is like, "There's a little more than a few planks of wood." Look up, there's massive masts. And bear in mind, like this compared to Japanese, like, I mean, they've got like Japanese warships. but
Yeah.
this is pretty advanced. This looks more like the
Elias.
Yankee airships that you've seen.
Elias just snaps back like, okay, well, we're in fucking hell, okay? I don't plan to stick around here for much longer. Although, and he actually starts looking up at the masts. Actually, this is pretty interesting. And Elias will wander off and actually have a closer look at the masts.
You start looking up into the quite complicated rigging, and you will notice that the rope, the rigging, seem to be animating themselves. They seem to be tying themselves off, and like it doesn't seem like there's actually much work that the skeletons are doing down below. This ship seems to have a life of its own. As you are noticing this, a booming voice will kind of echo across the ship as you notice that same magic coming off of the giant skeleton at the helm, as it says, "We are nearly here. Get ready." You all hear that on the ship.
Finally, we can get the hell out of this. Oh, what the fuck?
Just because you're walking from out of this hell doesn't mean there isn't hell on the other side.
I think it's anything's better than this.
Heading to the front of the ship.
You can see the two of them at the front looking out, and you see Arcana's got a spyglass in his hand that he seems to be looking out in front.
Anything out of the ordinary? Or whatever is ordinary down here?
No, but we are coming up on it now. Watch the skies. There could be some of those eldritch creatures lurking about here still. And he'll hand you the spyglass, and he'll just say, "Look over there. See the big whirlpool? That's one of Cthulhu's entrances. And then over there is the river that leads to your heavens." And yeah, you can see that the river kind of branches off in one direction, and it seems to actually spiral up out of the river that you are in now. It seems to gravity and just flow up into the air.
And nothing about the place I found? Or is it this one and you pointed the Cthulhu's entrance?
Yeah, from what you can see here is there's like these are the two entrances that they were expecting, but you can give me a perception or investigation check to try and see the path that you found, because it should be here somewhere as well.
Ooh, 24, 27. 27.
Oh yeah, with the 27, you will notice it, and you will notice that there's the where it is flowing straight upwards, a little bit beyond. You can see that there is what looks almost like an optical illusion, but you will see that there is like a tunnel leading into the void. So it looks like there is an actual hole in time and space that you can't quite see at a glance because it's quite dark here and all of the fog coming off of the river. But you can see that there's this almost invisible entrance and just a void space that it seems to be almost missing. But from a normal perspective, if you rolled lower than that, like you might just have to sail right off the river into the blackness of space and time.
I'll just put out there. That's the path I found.
All right, let's go tell the captain. It's time to make a decision. I'll let you give him the news. Or I think it may be up to you, seeing as this is your world. My last didn't go so well. Estrella, are you also still below deck, or I mean, you also heard that it seemed like you were nearly at your destination, but it's going to kind of be up to you guys which path you take to try and get back into Kiga. Now that you have a force of devils, dragons, and Gith on your side.
I will check one and Sharon. Well, we have three options: the heavens, Cthulhu's path, and a path I believe Lorifax is using to traverse the area. Or not sure if it was created by Lorifax, but it is a hidden one used by it.
You do know that she has some of those. They've been hard to find. If you could reveal one, we would be appreciative. Though, through it would definitely be through one of Cthulhu's own portals. We will piss off the heavens if we go in through any other route. And I imagine using Lorifax's route is not going to make them any happier, though they might not know.
Well, what are they going to do? Go down to the step down from the heavens towards us? Isn't that what we sort of want? Because from what I understand from Archon, if we go to the heavens, we alert Lorifax. The question is, wouldn't any other path do the same?
Well, that was the hope that we might be able to sneak in. I think using Lorifax's own path is probably our best option for that. But Cthulhu has ripped open holes in time and space that we could use to get in there. Remember, Lorifax is actively keeping us out. It is every route that we could usually take is usually barred to us. This is our opportunity to get a foothold. So Cthulhu's portals might be one of our better options. Will also get us right to the beast. But it depends. You were there last. Where do you think needs the biggest forces? Because from the heavens we could assault from the skies. Through Cthulhu's portals we could assault from the seas.
And if we convince the heavens, we can assault from both sides.
Sounds like a plan to me. So we send half the fleet into the one portal and the rest to the heaven. Is that your suggestion?
Suggesting sending most of the fleet through the portal and a small group of us to convince the heavens to help.
Well, if you think you can convince them, I can guarantee for me, I've already used up my last. But you, it seems, I don't know, they seem to like for some reason.
It's specifically like me. I think I've done anything specific for them to like me.
Not just you, but your group seems to have at least attracted their attention before.
That would be right.
Well,
If I convince and they decide to not help, can I still get back here?
and then I suppose we'll go with plan B.
Which would be break through heaven?
No, use the Cthulhu's portal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's my plan at least, unless someone has any other ideas.
Again, you guys are all in earshot of this conversation, so they'll kind of look out to see if anyone else has any bright ideas.
No, I've got nothing.
Yeah.
That works with me.
Okay, do you guys want to discuss what your actual goal is? Because I feel like we keep you guys keep doing things and then getting there and going, okay, now what? But
I
I
thought
don't
we
know
were.
what you're trying to actually achieve.
I thought main forces through the portal.
Yeah, but I
We
mean
could-
you guys specifically.
Yeah, I thought we were going to the heavens.
Yeah, that's my plan. Go to the heavens, try to convince them. If we succeed, we descend with them. If we fail, we regroup and go through Cthulhu's portal.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I've heard that conversation on Jerry's side, but I'm
No,
just making sure. Okay, so Elias and Australia, you guys on board with that?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I was already considering like that the going through the heavens was the best path.
Just don't forget Sakura as well.
Speaking of, is she conscious still?
She doesn't seem to have joined you, but yeah, it doesn't seem like she's regained consciousness yet. It does seem, you know, that she probably has been getting a rest, so she's probably been getting some hit points back, but she hasn't risen.
Hmm. Should,
Probably. She will only be helpful dealing with Evans as a future emperor.
okay. Straya, do you want to come with? Because I don't have any healing. Maybe she will need still healing.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you guys are checking in on her, you can make medicine checks to see, trying to assess if she's got any ailments still.
Eli's just. Hello?
There is no response when you knock on the door.
Nice, well. Elias will open the door and let Estrella go through first.
As you guys make your way into the room and examine her, you will notice with an 18 Elias that she has definitely suffered a head injury, and you figure she might have a concussion. It might have actually eaten part of her brain through those like fangs. So I mean, there's a chance that she may be brain dead. But Estrella, you can tell that she's not brain dead. She's definitely still just resting. But you can tell that on the one side of her face, you can see these purplish veins that seem to be stretching up her neck and just creeping onto the onto her at this point. It looks like she's got some sort of like infection.
It may be best we take her with us to heaven. Maybe they can cleanse whatever this infection is.
With the 28, actually, you will, check her pupils to see if she is like responsive, and you will notice something move under, like over or under her one. It seems like something moves under her eye. But it's just for a moment.
Oh no. Oh well. I don't know what that is, but we better get to heaven quickly because I don't think having something move under your skin or appear to is a good thing.
I'll just open her eye.
Yeah, you see it's kind of bloodshot, the one eye, but you don't see anything else in there. But it definitely looks like that she's burst a blood vessel or something. Like looks like it's bleeding from behind the eye.
Okay. Well, let's hoist her up and get ready to go to heaven.
Okay, so who are you guys taking on this? That will give you a basically a smaller boat to much more like the ferryman's normal boat, and Sharon will take you the rest of the way. As who are you taking with you on this boat? Who's all going? Obviously, the main party, but which of the NPCs are you bringing with you, if any? It's up to you.
Is there anyone here the heavens might respond particularly well to? Maybe not the scorpions?
The Lion Clan guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally
think-
honorable, non.
Do you want to stay in hell or come with us to heaven?
Nah, Alejandro will probably just run it first opportunity to go to heaven because fuck hell and fuck going alone to Cthulhu with fucking devils.
Hey, those devils.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know that.
What in heaven doesn't.
No, I mean Cthulhu minions don't.
Ah,
But he'll
that
probably
is
join
there's
you
an
to go
order
to
to
heaven.
things. Yeah. I think that's all we're taking with us.
Okay, cool.
You want to take Kit? Astria? I think that's Kit. Yes.
Yeah, it is Kit. Her name is Yumiko because that's the name that Astray gave her
Oh,
after she died. That's the Japanese like death name thing. So her spirit is now called Yumiko, but it was.
No, I think she's safer here than with us.
then it's the four of us, I believe.
Cool. So as you guys are lowered down onto the sticks, you start sailing towards some actually familiar places. You end up moving towards the same sort of river paths that, or it depends actually. Are you going straight to heaven, or are you trying to use the secret path?
Use the secret path to get to heaven.
I mean, yeah, you could. It could lead you in. You've kind of got. It depends. It's kind of, think of it more like travel pace. Like if you go straight to the heavens, that would be a normal pace. But if you go through the secret path, you can use stealth. So it's up to you. You may be able to avoid Lorifax's detection by using the tricks against him.
Well, I'm not the stealthiest one,
But
willing to give it a try. Hopefully, it is a group one, so Elias will balance me out.
yeah,
Players
Prompt,
roll the
I'll
tool.
prompt him.
Oh wow.
You roll.
Well, he can't
Sorry?
roll lower than a 27.
Sorry, I'm lagging terribly, but yeah, it's a group check. I'm just gonna prompt, but you can just all roll stealth.
Oh well, fuck me. It was almost a net 20, dude. I saw a net 20. Oh my god! Yeah, we're fucked.
The fuck, I rolled higher. I have disadvantage. A 0. Should have used jutsus.
Not very stealthy.
30, 50, 60, why is that?
Elias is just casually walking along, looks behind him. Fucking pots and pans come tumbling through.
Yeah, so you guys are getting the sort of smaller vessels as you maneuver to that kind of false void that you sail through. You do sail off the edge of the river essentially. So instead of carrying on like on that plane, it's like going over the edge of a waterfall, and I'm sure your stealth breaks down there immediately. Where um, if anyone is letting out any screams, but you will basically be sailing onto a vertical river that is just seems to go down into the darkness, and then you are on a wild ride here as it starts going in all kinds of crazy directions. And I will need everyone to please give me a strength saving throw to try and stay in the ship as it now takes on.
Oh no.
It's like going down a super tube, you know. So you're on a roller coaster here.
I'm not good at these. Ah, shit.
Oh my god.
How big is it? Like a ferryman ship? Like a small one?
Yeah, this is like your classic kind of the classic ferryman's ship. It's more of a boat, like a long, not a long ship, but a long rowboat. You know, like a gondola is actually the sort
Yeah.
of size that I think.
Then I'll grab someone then. I'll grab Elias straight.
Wait a second. We have our
I'll
support
grab
rat
by the
back.
collar.
We have the support rat back. Yes, that gives us two. That gives 2 your saving throws.
Oh yeah, you have +4 from me if that helps you.
Oh Jesus Christ. And fuck me.
So I would have got a 15.
Yeah, both of you got a 15.
Okay, so
22 for
that would
Hajiro.
have helped Estrella, but at 15 would not realize you would be flying off. So Jerry would need to try and catch you there. And you can give me an athletics check, Jerry, to sort of go. Oh, you're using
Elite
the feature,
strength
yeah.
stop.
Then
Yeah.
yeah, then no roll required. You catch him as he starts flying off into the sticks, and your aura manages to save Estrella as well. Hataga, you just passed on your own. So, what are you guys all doing as this ship starts going on this wild ride?
Elias is just ready to stab the ship with his sword to hold on. Well, I suppose he feels slightly safe in Jerry's hands at this point.
Jerry will hope that Lorifax ignores this. Or just doesn't notice. They are preoccupied with something else.
Well, as the river finally starts to calm and it seems to go back to normal, it doesn't seem like you're falling in different directions anymore. The boat slowly starts to drift into what seems like the end of the river, and you seem to be in an underground cavern. I don't have a map for this part at the moment, but as you guys arrive, you will see that there are tunnels that sort of lead from this cavern, and you can see that there is a staircase with glowing light coming from above that is just seemingly peeking through the staircase. And you have definitely made a noise getting through here, but it doesn't seem like there's anything here to get in your way. It seems like you are probably, if you are being watched, you are not being interfered with. And at that point, we will go back to Seto,
Oh shit.
as it is time for the final step of your training to gather your chakra and to do a complete Tengu and try and control it. So we'll start off this time by actually making the check to gather chakra so that training actually means something. As you see there on your sage chakra, what that mechanic is, I think it's a constitution check or a wisdom check.
Give me a second.
I think it's the same as the ones you've been making, basically. The way it works is that you can gather that that kind of chakra sort of whenever you want. It's much easier to do if you're standing still. If you're moving, you do it with disadvantage. But you make the check, and then that determines how much of that chakra you gather. Oh, you don't have it on your sheet.
No, I only have that it's up to like 160. That's what I can see.
Have I not put?
If you did, I'm sorry, but I just find it a bit personal.
No, I don't think it is there. 1 second. Have you not put any of the sage mode stuff? Huh?
I have the Senjutsu and Tengu Senjutsu. That's what I have on my character sheet. Basically how to train it and basically what the Tengu Senjutsu like mechanics and flavors.
Okay, so yeah, this final check is basically going to be you gathering that chakra properly for the first time and storing it. So I'm going to add that now. And you should see. Oh, I know why. It's because it's in your inventory features.
Oh,
Because it's like ammunition.
okay, let me try to find it.
Let's say with your twisted chakra and seal bleed. It's in there. You should be able to see it.
Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to find it, but in my inventory. Oh yeah, I found it. Yeah. Second. Make Constitution check. DC 10. DC 15. Oh shit.
Yeah, so beating a 15, you get 10, and then for every extra 5 you get above that, you get another 5. So we will see here as you gather the chakra first, you can make that check, and we will see how much you have to begin.
Okay, so it's a Constitution save. Actually, can I just give me a second? Can I just try it from the? No, I can't. I thought you could roll from it, but can't.
Oh no, I haven't said that. Just make a con save.
Can't save. No. Well, that's fitting. Oh my god.
Think you have key points?
Yeah, I mean you can try this as many times as you want. I don't think there is but the DC goes up by 5 every time.
Yes.
So yeah, as your final day of training, you start. I'm not sure if it's nerves or what, but you are struggling a little bit.
Well,
And
then you can
you
reroll with it.
reduce your current normal chakra by a quarter.
Yes. And if it's 0, then I get petrified.
Yeah, so you would be gathering chakra every day like normal. So you can assume that you do have chakra. You can check it now. If you want.
Let me just roll that so I can deduce it by quarter. $177.
Yeah, 44. You can just mine it.
Okay.
So they have.
Okay. Worked. Yeah, I'll try again. Even though the DC is going to be a little bit higher, but it should be feasible, hopefully. Come on. What's my con? It's plus 11. That should be fine. I guess. Hopefully. Ah, good.
Hey, there we go.
Much
Okay, so how does it? What is it? How does Seto sort of struggle at first and then finally get it right to prepare himself for this final test?
Yeah, basically, he just stands still and try to. And like, basically, he remembers back in the day, one of the first training that his father gave him was basically to do exactly the similar things because he needed to cut the rock with his own fists. Basically, he was already trained and he was not aware of it, which was fucking insane. Like he tries to go back to that memory and tries to corrupt also the like fire from within himself from the Phoenix, but then remembers that that might not be the best choice because he's still new to all this shit. So instead of that, he focuses heavily on the heavens entire like this car like calm chakra and everything, and then tries to mold his own with it just like tossing a little bit of a droplets from the phoenix, but like not really anything, so it doesn't like boil over. He tries to condense it in like one giant ball that sits deep in him.
So in this moment, as you're gathering it, you will see the phoenix in front of you in that inner world, and you will see walking out from the fire underneath. You will see Sakura, but burning. She doesn't seem to be reacting to the fire, but you just see she is completely aflame, and she's reaching out towards you, and she seems to be calling out your name. but you're kind of fighting back the phoenix, just trying to draw enough power, and you feel her spirit kind of helping you, that you can feel it in danger as well.
Yeah, at the beginning, Seta would basically, like, his instinct would just be to shout to Phoenix to let the hell go of her, but then he would remember the trainings and that he needs to remain calm and that this might just all be demons fighting. So he's gonna try to douse the fire around Sakura and basically just or basically Phoenix Aura with the just pure natural energy.
This is where you'll get to make that last check, as you realize now how to control this power, and you tap into it. You try and douse that flame of rage, and you can make that DC 35 and let me know what you were trying to do to succeed on that as well, if you're using any jutsu or anything.
Oh, I used it last time. I can only use it once. Basically. And it's just the power of friendship, I guess. And he's gonna try to remember all the good times and all the times that he saw Sakura smiling and, you know, pretty much everybody in the party as well. And remember, you know, that while he's uncertain of their situation and whether they're even alive or not, that if anything, you know, him succeeding might help the world to just stop, and then even if they're dead, honor their memory by, you know, giving the stories about them and everything else. I'm gonna try to channel all of that into
As you
like
go-
one small ball.
As you go through these memories, I'd like to ask the others to tell me what Seto sees. Like, are there any moments throughout the campaign that you think that Seto would remember of your characters? I mean, it doesn't have to be
Specifically
you
something together,
specifically. Just
or
like, are there any anything, like any moments that you think of Seto as well? You can all answer this for any characters. Like, are there any moments you guys think would be need to be included in that montage that's going through his head?
is it specifically us and Seto, or just what is like, or is something he saw maybe when like saw us doing, or
Yeah, it can be
Yeah,
anything.
like something Seto might have seen that would have been that he might be tapping into now in this moment, just a moment that he would have witnessed, even maybe as an egg. Like it could have could have been at any point, but it's just yeah, any like a highlight reel.
I think with Elias, it'd just be a lot of the shit he says is just cryptic, and Zeta's just kind of like mulling over it, like, what the fuck did that mean?
Can't go down before asking what the fuck he thought about that thing.
It's one of those nights of Seto sitting on the roof as everyone else has gone to bed, and everyone thought he was in deep meditation, and he's like, "The fuck was Elias talking?" Gotta figure this out.
Why are you rambling for 20 minutes about the fucking ocean? What? Huh?
Are there really giant serpents out in the sea? Like, 'cause that's like 1T are bad enough, but giant sea serpents.
would
Come
it
on,
surprise
man.
anyone though
Come
at
on,
this point?
Snake. So say again.
Would it surprise anyone at this point?
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
wouldn't.
fair enough.
Yeah, I think for like from like one of the things that he would remember would definitely be. I mean, I didn't really need to talk about Sakura because there were many moments. But like Jerry would be when he came back, kind of like on the shore and everything, with the fucking everything going to hell. Kind of like go back in his mind, that all the trials and tribulation that maybe things could have been solved by just regular conversation. That maybe he was also mistaken a little bit. And for Freya, he'd probably remember like back in the early in the campaign when I think Keith was petrified. Like
Yeah.
I'm not entirely yeah, he was right.
No.
Oh wait, no, that was Thesnia. Fuck,
Yeah.
that was when Australia was petrified. Fuck,
Yeah,
I forgot and I remembered. Shit.
There's also the part when during
that's
training,
Sejo's happiest memory of Australia. It's just the statue. Oh, that's a good time.
it's on the same level as Seto missing the skeleton and the skeleton chopping my arm off during training.
Day one of training.
I mean, it would all be going through his like mind, even though it lasted for maybe a month. It's been a hell of a fucking month.
So much for teamwork.
I'm like, shit. Yeah, I chopped his head. I was the one responsible for his arm going off. Fuck.
Hey, it all works out. Now he has another hand that can reach 30 feet.
Well, everything can reset. Can only headbutt you 30 feet away. It's not.
And the tools as well. And the future as well, when, things were not as bright and everything. Just be like all of it. It'd just be a bunch of mixed emotion for envy, happiness, sadness. Just try to calm it and create that zen moment, like the zone moment. We'll also try to remember when Hero goes to the zone where everything just flatlines. It's much simpler.
Well, I will say those memories will definitely give you advantage as you can go in to make your final check here.
You need a crit to succeed, Seto.
You try to
No,
complete
I
your
need 15. 15 or higher.
15 on the die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pogger! When I needed it!
Oh,
Fucking that 20 hitting when I needed
Dude,
her.
the dice got
Oh! That was advantages though.
Seto, please describe the master stomach with a nat 20. Rolling a 40 on that. Just like, come on now.
perfect.
Basically in that moment where he's still with the Phoenix and he just starts walking to him. And when he reaches like the Sakura, he just looks dead ass in the Phoenix and just tells him, you need to let go of the hatred. Maybe one day then you can roam free and be happy. But for now, you'll stay there where you belong. And if you ever want to chat, let me know. And he'll like hug Sakura, and as he does, there's just gonna be like she's just gonna like disappear in a bunch of fucking flower petals. And he's gonna wake up from his meditation, and his entire attire and everything is still gonna be like the same, like similar and same. But it's gonna be like he has this like a fade effect of just him with like flowers going up like behind him, and he'll also have like one giant flower petal right like behind his right here, just to remind him.
Yeah, you will also get, because it is the Tengu mode, you will get, which is that also got like a little, like kind of discrete cherry blossom pattern.
Yeah, it would be like very colorful, like very pinkish. And on the top of the nose, there would be like a small, like a seed of tree popping up.
With that, you'll see Shiba like with his, he's like ready to and he just starts laughing with absolute pride as he also starts gathering this energy and starts transforming into his Tengu mode as well, as he says, "You've done it, my son. I think that might be record time. Now, there is no more to waste. The Tengu are with you. We ride as soon as you are ready." And the doors of heaven will be open to you if you want to try and head straight for Nishisawa now. You can.
I think the set after seeing him, he'd be like, "Fight!" And then he would just plank on the fucking floor. Fucking knackered. Just can't do shit. I think he would probably need like a little bit of breathe, like maybe like a 20-minute breather before he just get the fuck out.
Well, I mean, what you've just gathered would be putting you into the most like powerful mode that you've ever like you've never felt such power. As a matter of fact, there is, if you look in the items, you'll see now the sage arts that you can learn. I think you get 3 at level 1. But one of them, one of the passives when you're in this mode, um, you your dex becomes 24. You get an extra 15 feet of movement.
Oh shit.
You cannot take fall damage, and you're under the effect of wind release, zephyr strike. There's a bunch of effects that you now feel faster than before. So much faster, in fact, that it's like you could practically teleport with the speed that you now have access to.
Basically fly over the world
So
in 1 second.
oh yeah, so your speed increases by 15 and 30 from Zephyr Strike. Your speed actually increases by 45 while you are in this mode.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And then there's one of the abilities you can get triples your movement speed. And you've already got body bullet on top of that. So
And feel and I
when
feel
you
it.
want to pull off high speed movements,
Just
you can get out a
basically-
calculator. 'Cause-
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
and you add your sage mode dex saves and your all ability checks made using dexterity are made at advantage. So basically, if it's dex and you're in sage mode, you're probably gonna be okay.
Oh god.
But yeah, there are a couple of things to choose from. So there are some cool like actual physical like attack moves. I've only put a few on there for now. There are way more options, but I think those are the appropriate ones for the Tengu for now. Yeah, you only get the fly speed at 3rd level, but at this point, yeah, you feel like you could pretty much run to Nishisawa and get there in like minutes. Like think Goku hitting back on Snake Way after training with King Kai. It's like you've got that. Do you remember that?
I actually did never watch Dragon Ball. To be honest,
Ah, damn.
I don't know what you mean. It's
All the
basically like-
references. Like all that.
It's basically like a fucking Sun Wukong when he had to go fight the Buddha, or basically escape the Buddha. Just stupidly fast. But yeah, I think, yeah, if he already has all that, yeah, I think it's probably just better because that doesn't last long. I might as well just run.
Yeah, so you and then the other Tengu will be able to run out into heaven and towards the gates where the rest of the group is currently arriving. 1 second as I load it. As you guys, as the rest of you sail up and well, as you make your way up through the tunnel, you find yourselves looking out onto what seem like clouds, and the dragon that is usually there protecting it is currently not there. Is it? The map, but yeah, you will notice that the gates of heaven are currently unguarded, and when you arrive, there is no one there to greet you. But Seto, as you are rocketing your way through the heavens, you will see like the rest of your party essentially making their way towards the gates.
Yeah, like I said, he'll be right back and then left the chat that we see.
Maybe he got this here.
Oh, he's typing. I think his power went out. Yep.
How the hell that happens?
Well, it's fine. I mean, we are kind of at the end of the session now, anyway.
Oh god. Jesus Christ. Oh, some of these fucking things. Holy shit.
Ooh.
No.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Nice.
Okay, so all you really missed there was that as everyone is arriving at the gates of heaven through that secret tunnel, Mastered Sage Mode is and rocketing towards the gates as well. You guys are sort of meeting up here and both realizing at the same time that the Guardian is Ailong
Huh.
unguarded.
That's interesting.
I'll walk in.
You can. I mean, the gate is closed. You can give me an athletics check to try and lift the gates of heaven and just push your way in. Because usually there is a celestial dragon that
Yeah,
would
before doing
control
that, I'll just
these.
yeah, I'll just call out, "Hello, anyone here?" When I open the gate, if
You'll
I
see
don't
no
get
answer.
answer,
You don't hear any answer, but you do see something in the distance, like flying towards you. But it just, I mean, it seems far away. But Seto, you were going to be there in like a second. But yeah, Jerry, you do have a moment to notice that there's definitely no guards at the gate.
yeah, I'll give the light dot a moment to reach here. Maybe it will open the gate for me. But if not, I'll open it myself. I'll try to at least.
Oh. That would be interesting.
What, me opening the gates or me waiting for you?
Yes, no, you opening the gates by sheer force.
Well, now that you say it, natural one for a 23. That's fair enough. I didn't expect to go here anyway.
It's like the first thing that Jerry has not been able to lift is as you do when you sort of grab onto it. It is that like Captain America lifting Thor's hammer, just a nudge. you you try and lift it, and it is you hear it creak, and you feel these metal golden bars sort of lift for a second, but it will not move. It seems embedded in clouds way below you, which seems uh, yeah, it must be magically locked. As it is by this point that Seto, you're kind of arriving to see Jerry not quite able to lift the gate.
Well, seems that not even you can do everything.
I never claimed I can.
Oh, certainly didn't expect to see you here. What brings you here? Shouldn't you be down? But how the hell did you even get? Wait, where the fuck did you even go?
Well, said the one disappearing into heaven. We came here hoping.
I did not disappear. All of you, and he's gonna like calm down. All of you kind of went away when we fought the Cthulhu.
Yeah, he snatched
Mind
our.
explaining yourself?
He snatched our, not soul. Well, not brains, but what is it called?
Existence? Did he banish
Oh,
you?
he took control of us somehow.
Yeah, like through our souls in his dimension, controlled our bodies.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. How long has it been?
2 days? A week? Tops?
How's the situation?
Shit. Came here looking, well, I guess the Emperor, hoping he will lend a hand in going back to the material plane and getting rid of Cthulhu.
I don't know if he's gonna help, but sure I can come with some friends of you. And this,
Well, we
soon
have
as
the
he
future
sees-
one right behind us.
Oh shit! As soon as he sees Sakura and he's just not like responding, can he try to open the gate?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to try and lift it, you'll also give me an athletics
I'm
check,
not trying
unless
to lift
you
them.
want to.
try to like lightly push them? Are they gonna open?
I will say you are in your Tengu mode, and you've kind of got this heavenly aura about you. You can try and give me a chakra control as you place a hand on the so another con save as you put your hand on the gate.
Ah, that's good.
You see the bars themselves, so it actually splits down the middle of the metal as you place your hand on a burst of light as the gate itself just pulls apart, and you kind of see the metal warping and twisting out of your way to unfold like a curtain and open the gate for you as your Tengu army starts finally catching up with you. That weren't all in super. They can't all do that.
Yeah, Seto's gonna immediately just teleport and basically just appear near Sakura. Or whoever holds Sakura. I don't know who's holding her or carrying her. Just gonna
I
look
think it's
fucking
alternating between
disheveled
Elias
and
and
just-
Stray.
the fuck happened?
Well, we were in a graveyard, actually under it. Yeah, one of those squid monsters was gonna eat us, and got partly through Sakura. How much? I don't know.
Did he say that they were controlling you? Why the fuck would they be eating her then?
Well, the first. Okay, listen. After being unconscious and under Cthulhu's control for fuck knows how long, the first conscious thought I had was having my head exposed before a 20-foot tall fucking squid tried to eat me. I have to assume Sakura was in the same boat. Just never aware of it.
She
I
alive?
don't know. She's alive. Is she fine? Maybe.
What's that supposed to mean?
She is still ailed by something. We don't know what it is. At least I don't. Yep, that's all I got. Anyway, how have you been?
Doesn't matter. We need to save Sakura first. Whatever the hell you just said makes zero sense, but there has to be something in it.
She's stable. We don't know much more than that.
Not even you, if you looked at the trap.
Okay, well, I don't know much more than that. Who knows about her?
Australia, I'd say with that medicine check you got before, like, I mean, you can use as much. I'm sure you've got the meta knowledge, but I'd say you could put two and two together. What that kind of effect that seems to be behind her eye might be.
I'm not entirely sure how to put it, but I think they may have tried to turn her into one of them and is sorta just doing it. I don't know how we fix it, so I hoped heaven may.
That sounds something like they would do. Okay. Did the Tinker arrive? Tiny?
Yeah, they are sort of all arriving now in force.
Would I know if there was someone? Actually, you know what? I'll just. Oh, is my dad with us as well?
Oh yeah, he's right there at the front of the pack.
Yeah, if you'll grab Sakura, he's just gonna walk towards him. Gonna look at him and. You know who this is? Pretty sure you should know.
Of course. We've had the pleasure of meeting him.
Can you carry her somewhere where she can be fixed? We'll handle the fucking cunt on the ground.
Yeah. Hand her over to me. I think I may have something, and he'll start making some hand signs as you see his hands begin, and he just kind of kneels down on the cloud here. Medical attention.
Thank you. Just make sure she's fine. So, plan. Surely you guys have some plan.
The heavens come descend down. The hell rises up together with the feet Cthulhu.
You think heaven and hell's not gonna kill themselves?
Say again?
You think heaven and hell won't go at each other's throat? Can you control the hell?
Well, they both need each other to exist. One taking over the other. Do them no good.
Suppose, come to think of it, having both sides fight is the most equal way. Ensures both sides sustain casualties. Incentivizes
well.
not attacking each other. Wouldn't you think?
Cthulhu will eventually also get here.
Yeah, that too.
Kind of an idiot if you think it won't happen. We have the dragons, the devils, and the gifts on our side.
Well, I got Tingle on my side, so I don't know if that's enough help from the heavens, but unless you want to go and plead for more, we should probably get the hell out of here and fix the shit on the ground.
I believe it's up to the Emperor.
Sheepa says, as he is applying this sort of healing magic to Sakura, he says, I'll probably never hear the end of it, but I will give you the heaven's blessing, and I will suffer the consequences with the Emperor if it comes to it. We don't have much time. The dragons of the heavens are already fighting against the elf forces moving in from outside the plains.
Quite
If it were the Hells are bringing their dragons, then those dragons Shogun. And perhaps we can get the Red Dragon clan on our side as well. So, Jerry, what did you
So,
say?
I said that's why it's so quiet here.
Elias just looks around. How do we exactly go? Ah,
Oh no, he's not.
oh,
That's not for you. This is what he's doing to Sakura. But you will be able to tell from where you're standing if you make a perception check. Yeah, as you kind of look, you guys came up through kind of the bottom of a cloud. You were definitely going through another little secret passageway. But now, as you are standing on clouds and you look down behind you, it's quite a different view from the underground caverns you were in before.
oh. Oh,
What the odds? What the next one is?
So yeah, this kind of makes sense as you guys are. You look down and you have got a full-on aerial view of Kiga. You are literally up in the clouds. You're not on a different plane. You are just above Kiga. Like you realize now, you could fly here in the airship.
no. This is gonna be nauseating. Does anyone want to go first? And Elias just gestures to the edge of the cloud, thinking, I'll just fall.
No, said you're just gonna walk in and just. If you have your own tricks, you're gonna walk away, like walk from the edge, start falling.
So sorry, are you? What are you doing with Sakura? Because he's kind of.
Oh, I thought that he was gonna, like, okay, maybe I didn't actually.
He's trying to heal her right now, like right where while you're having this conversation about what you're gonna do next.
Basically, my thought was that he brings her, like, to heavens and heals her there and stays there while we go and fix the shit. And then we can come back later for her.
Hmm.
Basically, I don't want to risk and something happening when when shit's.
Okay, yeah, I will say as he is doing this though, you will notice that there's like she starts to make facial expressions like she's dreaming or like she's wincing from pain as um he seems to be like moments away from being able to actually wake her. But um he will also issue an order to one of the Tengu uh, to head back into heaven to go and relay his orders to uh, to basically allow hells in, which without there being guards around at the moment makes things much easier as they are currently all fighting to defend heaven on a different front. Um, so as you guys are standing here, it'll kind of be up to you to give the signal to the hells to begin their move. but they should be able to now enter the realm through their own portals.
Yeah, I will try to notify Ekron that. Well, him being a part of me. Tell him the heavens will help us. We are clear to go ahead, proceed.
And with that, as you guys are standing up at the top, you will start to see uh, these portals beginning to like rip open, and where you see Nishisawa in the not too far distance, you now see swarms of creatures flying towards it, and you see red dragons with Githyanki riding on their backs, and flying devils just swarming into the world. And for a moment here, it looks like things have just gotten a lot worse for Giga. But they say they're on your side. So there's only one way to go and find out.
I'm jumping to the
Jerry.
portal. Whee!
You fuck. Wait!
Whee!
And the lights up chase.
Just following through the portal while saying, like before going through the portal, saying,
Cowabunga.
so who is gonna wake us up in that factory?
What's a factory?
I mean, where you had your killing spree.
You know what? Well, actually, do factories exist?
The Forge.
Define factor.
Yeah, I mean,
Like more
Kind of.
industrial. Like less less like artisans' workplace, workshop, more like actual factory.
yeah, they may be like dwarven factories or something like that, or like gnomish factories. They definitely would be. But in normal Kigani culture, no, probably not. You've got like artisans, as you say.
I think factories would contradict Higani culture. It's like weapons are made like by hand by specific artists.
Yeah, that's
Every part is made differently.
I mean, hey, you know what? There is historical precedent for automating.
well, you're the one
sword
that
production.
sourced. You're the one that sourced those rifles, so you probably do know of what a factory is, because those were probably made in a factory.
Ooh.
Like you've been part of the sort of shipping business, so you'd know of things around the world. But yeah, not normal for Kiga. This is the most we've
Weird
gotten into the
tangents.
world building.
Are there factories? I mean, hey, that vision of the future, running a company, that's very appealing. I think if the world doesn't end, it has an industrial revolution coming soon.
I mean, in that future, Elias was the guy who invented trains, which was a pretty good
Yes.
stuff. But yeah, you can see Shiba trying to rouse Sakura here. Are you? Did Jerry and Seto already jump? Have you already jumped?
I think it's send, Jerry.
Whee!
Okay, yeah, but Estrella was saying she also just went. So
I'd probably be the last one to jump. Just before like everybody else jumped, he just would come to Sakura and just stroke her hair and just tell her be alright before jumping.
Yeah, you'll kind of see that she is like trying to regain consciousness, but your father just nods and says, "Don't worry, I'll stay with her for the moment, and I'll join you as soon as I can."
It's fine. See you in the battlefield. You jump alongside the others.
Whee!
Whee!
So, you guys start skydiving back down towards Nishisawa. Is there somewhere in particular that you're going to try and make your landing, or is there some way that you intend of not just plummeting to your deaths?
I'm certain every each one of us is a way to fly, but I'll just stop on a spike as I'm getting closer. Been a while.
You hear from behind you this barking as Spike runs from the heavens and also jumps off the same cloud. Right past.
Elias is mostly following Jerry. While screaming in midair, we should probably go to the daimyo's castle. Whether or not I'm heard, probably not. But yeah, that's Elias. Can you?
Sounds like a good idea. Should most likely inform them so they don't attack our allies.
Well, I think we're currently midair, so communication right now is not. Actually, telepathy. If any of you
Also,
have it.
anime rules.
Have you considered that have you been using sign language the entire time?
Okay, well, Elias is not looking.
Just minor illusion subtitles.
Plus, I have
Closed
message.
captions. Well, I mean, we're falling. We don't have that much time, right?
You're falling from heaven.
Yeah.
Okay, true, but
I'll probably make a cup of tea on the way down.
well,
Sakura wakes up.
unfortunately, yeah, our team maker is not doing so well at the moment.
Okay, so I think we will end tonight's session as you guys all go flying down. However, Seto, as you're kind of dropping last, you are going to. We will see from up above your father suddenly chasing as Sakura does come to and realize that you are diving into battle and dives over right after you,
Oh shit.
with your father following close behind. But
Oh,
we will get to that next week.
Oh god.
hell of a session.